Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy CowboyJobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report, because without you guys, well, I would have a lot less friends, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and it's so cool that we have fans of other teams that are also tuning into the Jobu Sports Report. So that's when you really know that things are going well, that even people who hate the Dallas Cowboys like to hear what we're talking about. And don't forget, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, we'll be live streaming, taking your questions and talking about what else the Dallas Cowboys, as they prepare to take on the Colts in our game 3 preseason game. And it's like, damn, we got so many of them. The good news is Des Bryant will be playing. Dak Prescott will be playing. We don't know if Zeke's going to be playing in this one or not, but they'll probably get Darren McFadden some extra work because he definitely is going to need it. And I'm looking forward to it. You know, it's great that we actually have football to talk about. Now, with this video, I'm not going to talk about Zeke Elliott right now. I'm getting kind of burned out from the whole situation. You all know how I feel about the situation. I don't know if Zeke did actually do any domestic violence with her or anything else like that. I have not seen enough proof to me that goes beyond a shadow of a doubt. More than likely, things happen both ways on that situation. But instead of talking about that right now, I actually want to talk about technology. Technology has a way of saving us. When things seem dire, an innovation comes around and makes things better. For example, Kevlar vests. Who would have thought that multiple layers of fabric could stop a bullet? It's lightweight, it's breathable. Our soldiers can wear it where it's not cumbersome and things like that, and it's saving lives. Technology. Now, you guys know I'm old. I'm really old. And I played football. And back in the day, you know, when they first started playing football, there weren't helmets. Then they got soft leather helmets. Then they went to, you know, hard helmets. And then they went to cages. They kept evolving, realizing there's a problem with injuries. Now, we all love great hits. You know, NFL used to have jacked up, where guys were basically getting knocked and having their brains scrambled. But as we look at some of our heroes that are dealing with dementia, guys like Tony Dorset, when you hear about, you know, Mike Webster from Pittsburgh, sorry, about what those guys went through. If you've seen the movie Concussion, we forget that these guys are people too, and they get hurt, they get injured, and some of them get really screwed up. And the thing you got to remember is Jobu always needs to get his refill, and I don't know how I keep forgetting. But there's a company out there, and I mentioned this before in another video because it's one of those things that I look back and say, damn. About 3 years ago, I was saying to my wife, I was like, you know, I said what they need to do is develop a soft helmet so that way it absorbs the hit. I said the problem is when you've got hard plastic, it's hitting, it's hard, and it's reverberating back into it. I said if they develop a soft exterior helmet, it'll help to absorb some of that hit so it's not so violent. And if you've looked at a car accident, what you'll see is the accidents look horrific. You'll see a car mangled up, but take a good look at that mangled up car. You'll notice that the driver compartment, the space for the people, is intact, because the way it's designed is it's going to crumple up and absorb the hit, but keep the space together for the people. So you'll see a car completely mangled up, but the people walk away without a scratch, because technology has gotten better than back when I grew up in cars, you know, which weighed a ton, and they had a hard bumper. They'd be in an accident, and the car wouldn't look like anything was wrong with it, but the people got ejected out of the windows because the seat belts were crap, and the vehicle didn't absorb the hit. The people did. Well, let's take a look at this clip of this new revolutionary helmet, and I'll give you my thoughts on it after we look at it.
Since we started from a clean sheet of paper with this helmet design, we have had to rely on extensive testing and computer modeling. We have the impact absorbing layer, which consists of columns or filaments. During deformation, these rods deform and eventually buckle.
They move omnidirectionally. They can respond to impacts from any angle and any location.
We wanted a helmet that deformed locally at the impact location.
The helmet fits extremely well. The pressure is uniform. It's going to result in more safety. This is a multi-layered, highly engineered solution, and it will make a difference. We don't have the typical helmet with a hard shell and some padding on the inside.
I got to tell you, to me, that is amazing what this helmet will do. You've got like Doug Baldwin from Seattle is going to be wearing that helmet this year, and this may be the thing that saves football. There's been all the lawsuits about concussions and things like that. You have football players that don't want their kids to play. You've got players that are leaving the game earlier in their prime because they're worried about concussions, and I worry about them too. I mean, I know I played back in the day. And to give you an example how things evolved and gotten better, part of the problem with this helmet is right now it's about $1,500 each, which compared to a regular helmet is about $400. So when you're looking at high schools and things like that, they're not going to be able to afford this. But as it gets out there more and more, the price will come down. It's kind of like when high-def TVs came out. You know, first couple of them were $5,000. You know, now they're just about giving away 50-inch high-def TVs. So hopefully the price will come down where people will be able to use these, as well as the injuries that guys are suffering is also going to cut down on some of the costs. I mean, Rico Gathers, we know he's in concussion protocol right now from a hit in practice. And this helmet was developed with guys like Tony Dorset as well as Roger Staubach. We already know Tony Dorset is having some dementia issues and things like that. Roger doesn't seem to be having any, but you don't know what toll that stuff is taking. So I, for one, applaud this company and other companies that are doing things to make the game safer. And it's amazing to me because, like I said, I played football when I was young. And no, I did not wear leather helmets, guys. Right after the leather helmets is when we started playing. But as the rules change in the NFL, it works its way down to high school and college and so on. Because I played offensive guard in high school. Back then, you couldn't use the palm of your hands for blocking. No, 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 no. You actually had to use your fist. Now, when you start putting your fist into a guy and trying to block like this, one, it's hard because they slip off, but your knuckles just get bruised up. So we literally had hand pads that were like boxing gloves. You know, we wore forearm pads because you're absorbing all the hit on your forearms and elbows. So we literally had pads from elbow, forearm, and fist. And then my junior year, the NFL changed the rule from having to block with your hands in to being able to have your palms out, which revolutionized the padding industry. No longer were guys wearing basically boxing gloves, forearm pads, because you weren't getting hit in those places. So hopefully, with the advent of this helmet that literally is like a car bumper, that the NFL will go towards it, and maybe it'll change some of these rules that we have on the field, where it's helmet to helmet. Well, okay, helmet to helmet rules are there because guys are getting knocked the heck out. If the helmet is no longer a weapon that's getting people knocked the F out, then that may change the way hits are evaluated. Right now you can't do helmet to helmet. Okay, inadvertently you hit a guy with the helmet, you're getting a flag. Well, if the helmet no longer causes concussions, you may see the rules change as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I'm praying that this definitely is a ticket because I love football and I would hate for us to lose that sport. It's taught me a lot of things in life. I know all of you guys enjoy talking about it. I know you guys enjoy watching it. But in the end, we don't want to turn guys into vegetables. So as always, friends, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Everybody's welcome here, men, women. I won't say children. I don't know if children should be on here or not with Jobu's drinking habit, but fans from other teams and so on. We are inclusive of all people who want to talk about football. All I ask is that you respect other people. Now, feel free to trash the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Giants, and the Washington Redskins. I'm Mark Holmes, and you guys have a great night. And tomorrow is Friday. And of course, it wouldn't be a trip without the Dallas Cowboys, without Rowdy in the house. Hit his attention here in a second. Rowdy! It's your buddy, Cowboy Jobu.